Hello everyone. So today I got a very interesting question while I was doing a conference for the Y-Cube incubators from Paris. And this question is this one. What are the warning signs with development providers? In other words, what can announce a potential conflict with these providers? So I note several ones, and I did answer during that conference to several with several points. The very first warning sign, either if you work with an agency, classical providers, outsourcing providers, offshoring even, or even a freelance or a freelance developers, are if you have no news during more than 2 weeks, this is a big warning sign. Because when we develop a startup, we have to adapt everything. And when you are currently developing a product, you need to be sure that what has been developed so far fits to what you expect. So it is mandatory to do at least one demonstration meeting with your providers, with your developers every 2 weeks. And that's really a minimum. Even every week, it's really a good thing on the beginning. So if your providers do not provide this type of regular meeting, really ask for it and ask them to do a demonstration with screen sharing, etc., of how things move on and how does it look like, basically. Second point, you need to have a test website. The test website is a dedicated environment where you will be able to test what is currently under development. So it also means that there are going to be a lot of bugs on this test development, a lot of features not developed yet, but that's not a big deal. At least you can see what's going on during the development, what are the features that has been developed so far, and you can test and review and think about it. Having some demonstrations are a good thing, but it's not enough because with a test, you can do your own test. You can put some information to try if the result is exactly what you were expecting, etc., etc. So if you don't have access to a test environment, ask for it to your provider to be sure that you will be able to keep track of the development. The third point that can be a warning sign, that is a warning sign for sure, is a misunderstanding of your requirements. It happens often when the provider don't really know your field or your industry and just execute your specifications and just apply what are your requirements, and that's it, without really thinking about the final customers, etc., etc. So if you don't get what you were looking for while they are developing the application, that's a warning sign. And that's also why it is very, very important to have a regular meeting every 2 weeks minimum with your provider. That leads me to another warning sign, which is if your provider or your developer do not provide suggestions. And he really need to be proactive to think in your customer's shoes to be sure that your application will really fulfill the needs of your end customers. And unless if you are really perfect and you did the perfect specifications, etc., which is unlikely to happen, your provider, which might have a lot of experience if he's serious, will and should provide you some suggestions to improve the application, maybe improve the interface, to improve the customer experience, etc., etc., in the customer journey. So that's important to ask and to pay attention if your provider by its own lead the project and really suggest some improvement in your idea. That's a very good thing. Not in the business idea, but really on the technical side of things. I think there are 2 other warning signs. The next one is, I think, one of the most important. If your provider do not provide the source code, that's a huge warning sign. So Most of providers, unfortunately, do not provide the source code right away. And that's why you need to ask for it. You need to ask to your provider to work on your own source code repository. I do recommend Bitbucket as example, which is free. So you can, in that case, open an account on Bitbucket and ask to your developers to drop their source code on this source code repository. That way, you will be able to see on daily basis what are your developers' work, how things move forward. If they kind of pause the development for a few weeks, you will be able to notice it as well. And then also ask to external people, could be external CTO, could be us, my CTO friend, we do audit on a regular basis, to or any other developers to flip through the source code and to check if it has been well developed or not. And it's also for you a guarantee to be able to work with anyone else. As soon as you have the source code, usually you can restart the development with any other company if you have any conflict with anyone. So that's very important to have access to the source code of your application. If you have difficulties to deal with that, or if your providers is not really willing to share for it, ask for it, and you can say, okay, you know what? Let's consider that I pay you on hourly basis. It's almost the same. If you did, if you build 50% of the product, here is I pay 50% of the total amount of the contract, and I want to have access to what I paid for. That's a fair deal. I mean, it is important to have access to the source code, mandatory, really. Trust me, if there is one day a conflict, you're gonna thank me. And the very last point, which is kind of related to the source code, it's quite kind of the same thing, but with the infrastructure, the IT infrastructure. So we are talking about the domain name access, we are talking about the hosting, we are talking about the cloud infrastructure access, like Amazon Web Services, cloud, Google Cloud access, could be Microsoft Azure, etc., etc. This type of access, you absolutely need to have full access on it to be administrator and to give them, to share them the access with your providers. With the cloud providers, it's even better because you can create dedicated accounts to for your customers. Sorry, not your customers, for your providers. So that's pretty much it. I hope it can help if you are building currently your project, and let me know if it was useful or not. You can contact me directly on Instagram and or by email. My email is Amaury, AMAURY @myctofriend.co. I'm looking forward to get some message from you and to see if there are any other topics you would like me to cover. Until then, take care, and I'm going to see you in another episode very soon. Bye.